very nice day.
Oh, yeah. Come. I don't know what.
I think favorable.
So far. Well, you can put it tomorrow with the rocker also. You give letters of authorization. Let them reject them and then they go to the backup if necessary. I think they probably retreat if they're allowed to do it. I think so. They're already saying that they are considering what steps to take in relation to our request. So. I think I have to wait for the CM. I thought he came first.
It's already in, but
Where is he?
it's here.
But he's upstairs, is it, John? CM is upstairs?
It's a top shot.
What's the problem, I think?
Someone has answered.
The Murti is completely with the horizon.
Yeah, completely. Possible.
It's like that.
The stage was set. And he came back.
Something there. But not all the demands were accepted.
No. The racist human rights, then they said, we'll focus on economic issues. I knew, I had a hunch they were getting into this so far.
I see.
People, they're very oppressed.
Yeah.
And now they say, what the difference? Who rules? Whether Ravana or Rama, that's an issue.
I saw that statement.
What kind of statement is that? They're getting hit all over. It's, I think it's a political suicide. Ethnic cleansing and everything. It's put aside. It's a fantastic marriage of convenience. He scratched my back, I'll scratch my back. Surely I have the principles. You don't have to like Makatan.
Anyway, sorry, come. Yeah, come.
Full stack letter.
Yep. Come.
First, okay. You brought it along, Kaba.
Okay, it's okay. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Saudara Karpal, Saudara Chow. I'd just like to thank everybody for coming. And the party has decided to make a decision after getting feedback from many supporters, opinions from all members, regarding the two letters dated 17th of April sent by the ROS. Number one, the first letter saying that the inquiry has been postponed to the 9th of May. That was the first letter on the 17th of April. Two letters on 17th of April. The first letter on 17th of April stating that the inquiry has been postponed to the 9th of May. That's after the elections. So we thought that that matter was resolved. And then suddenly, a second letter appeared on the same day, but 6 hours later. What was it? It's 11:45 a.m. This one is 17:25 a.m. So it's p.m. So it's around 6 hours later, or less than 6 hours later, 5.5 hours later. First letter 11:45. Second letter 5:25. And this letter was different from the first letter. Can we distribute? Yeah. 那个是什么信啊？我看一下有吗？这两封啊，基本上下面的。Still the same, okay. There's a second letter. We'll give you the first letter first. The other letter will be first letter shortly. So the second letter issued at 5:35, 5.5 hours later, where they informed the DAP that the CEC leadership is not recognized. And as we have stated earlier, if the CEC is not recognized, then letters of authorization cannot be issued by the Secretary General because the CEC is not recognized. In the past, for all political parties, the letter of authorization is issued by either the Secretary General or a leader assigned by the party to do so. Normally, it's the President or the Secretary General. The letter of authorization is very important because it gives the right of a candidate to use the party symbol. Only when you have this letter of authorization, I use my own as an example. Only when you have this letter of authorization, then only can you use the party symbol rocket, which is where we have said that this is the letter we gave to the Elections Commission stating that they can only recognize this letter of authority issued by the Secretary General that the candidate represents the DAP. Only when they is signed by the Secretary General, this signature, then only it is recognized and allowed to use the rocket. So if my position is not recognized, then you are denying our candidates to use the rocket symbol because no one has authority to do so. If that is what they intend to achieve, that when the CEC leadership is not recognized, we have no authority to issue letters to our candidates to use the rocket, then you are denying DAP candidates from using the rocket symbol. You understand? Everyone understands, isn't it? I'll give you the letters shortly. They're still for the setting. You have got the first letter, I'm sure. Everyone has got the first letter, where the first letter was very good. They say they defer. When they defer, that means nothing will happen. After all, they have not completed investigations. They defer the inquiry until the time after the election. So we thought everything okay. Since they have deferred the investigations after the 5th of May, after elections, they only meet us On the 9th of May, we thought everything okay. But less than 6 hours later, suddenly they issue another letter saying that, no, your leadership, your CEC leadership is not recognized. Which means we cannot issue letters of authority. We cannot issue letter of authority. That means our candidates have no right to use. Okay. This is the first time in history that DAP candidates are denied the right to use the rocket. We have got a lot of views and feedback from our members who are angry, who are very, very upset that at the last minute, this is 17th, we received on the 18th, 5:25 p.m. fax, we received on the 18th because we had other things to do, we were not in office. That means we received on the 18th, you give us 48 hours before nomination day. Why can't you send this earlier? You send this 48 hours before nomination day. Clearly intended to sabotage us. Clearly intended to assassinate Moksa, to assassinate the rocket, and politically assassinate DAP. We are very angry. Party is angry. Our members are angry. Our supporters are angry. Our leaders are all very, very upset because it is very painful not to use the rocket when it has been used by us for the last 47 years. And this is the first time that the ROS or the Barisan National Government is using such tactics to defeat the DAP by denying us the rocket symbol. Now we met yesterday. We appealed for calm. We met yesterday. We had meetings also with our allies in PAS and PKR. And at yesterday's CEC meeting, we decided if they do not withdraw or do not revoke this letter, if ROS does not revoke this letter, then we may have no choice but to use PAS symbol in Peninsular Malaysia and PKR symbol in Sabah, Sarawak. If they do not revoke this letter, so far up to date, they have not revoked this letter. But we have got a lot of views from members and leaders who want us to use the rocket. And they ask us to do everything possible so that we can use the rocket. Because our supporters love the rocket. So after consulting Saudara Karpal in his office and also telephone conversations with Saudara, two of us, we have also had other discussions with Saudara Chow, Saudara Chong Eng. We will do two things. Number one, we will send 2 letters of authorization. First, the rocket letter authorization. Second, the letter of authorization by PAS to use the PAS symbol. As I said, if we cannot use the rocket symbol, we will use the PAS moon symbol in Penang, Peninsular Malaysia, but use the PKR symbol, the I, in Sabah, Sarawak. We are doing this because ROS and SPR has said no effect. DAP not deregistered, still everything the same, only a notice to say CEC leadership not recognized. You can use the rocket symbol. Alright? We will test you and see whether you keep your word and keep your promise. You say this publicly, but you didn't put it in writing. We say we don't believe you, forget it. But our members, our supporters ask us, try one more time. See whether they keep their word or not. And okay, we are going to try one more time, put our letter of authority to use the rocket symbol. But at the same time, if they cheat, which we feel that they will cheat us, deny us to use the rocket symbol, we will also put in a second letter of authorization. I think this is the first time we will put in 2 letters of authorization. We will tell our candidates, you tell the returning officer, our first preference, rocket. I think we should give our candidates the right to fight right to the end. Our right to use the rocket. And we will tell the returning officer, we want to use the rocket. But if you do not allow us to use the rocket, then we will use pass. This is signed by Dr. Mustafa Ali to all DAP candidates. We will use the pass symbol if you do not allow us to use the rocket. And this is instruction will be issued to all DAP candidates. We already have given out these 2 letters. Of course, here in Peninsular Malaysia is pass. In Sabah Sarawak is PKR. They will now give 2 letters of authorization. 1 DAP, 1 pass, or PKR. Dia tell returning officer, pegawai Biraya, kita mau roket dulu kerana ini simbol hati kita. Kita mau roket. Ini kita harap boleh diluluskan kerana ROS dan SPM cakap tak ada masalah. Tapi kalau ini tak dibenarkan, kita tahu ini bukan janji ditepati, ini akan mungkin janji lagi. Kita akan gunakan simbol bulan. Ini adalah satu keputusan bersejarah. Kita dipaksa. Kita dianiaya. Kita dinafikan hak menggunakan roket. Dan ini menimbulkan kemarahan di kalangan, bukan sahaja saya percaya di kalangan penyokong, tetapi di kalangan rakyat, bahawa BN memang main tipu, busuk betul Barisan Nasional. BN main tipu, busuk hati Barisan Nasional, jahat BN nak main tipu supaya menang. I think that is a position. I've asked Saudara Jagdeep to help me to draft some simple guidelines to all our calon, and then we just put it one language in Malay, because I think they will have we'll be talking to the returning officer to give them instructions. Very simple. Send 2 letters of authority. 1 rocket, 1 moon. 1 rocket, 1 bulan. This is the position that we have reached in our final desperate attempt. This is our final desperate attempt to use the rocket symbol. We are not very confident of success, but we'll try. Because they say that you can still use the rocket symbol, we'll try. But in the event if we do not, we'll use the symbol, the moon symbol, symbol bulan. Up to now, they have not revoked the letter. And this is for the first time we go into elections. First time in history we go into elections not using our rocket symbol, our beloved rocket symbol, in 53 years. In 47 years, sorry. In 47 years. Okay, any questions? Before I pass this on to Karpal.
Any questions? I think that's
Any questions? Yes.
Is there any possibility that if after the 2 letters, that means at that point they say rocket is okay, is there any possibility that subsequently they can go back on their word and say, oh, it's not okay?
Okay, anything can happen. Anything can happen. But if they do that, I think you incur greater public wrath. They are really playing dirty. They are trying to cheat their way to victory in the elections. What type of victory is this? Victory without honor. I mean, we want to show that this election is dirty. Even before it started, it's dirty. If they do that, it will only prove that they are getting dirtier and dirtier.
But if that happens, does it mean that the candidate is disqualified?
No. You cannot use the symbol only. You are not disqualified. You must know that in every election, the candidate is individual. You are separate from the party. Only when you are accepted, then they ask, where is your letter of authority? Because that is where your symbol comes in. If you have no letter of authority by any political party, then you choose. You are independent, you choose. You choose chicken lah, you choose bed lah, you choose skis lah, or you choose umbrella, or you choose aeroplane lah. But any video, no video, CD. No, but CD, no CD, or whatever lah.
DAP got test after the past, so how to treat back DAP for one election?
Let me ask them answer that question tomorrow lah, when you know as a position. Let's not speculate. You know, this is we just want to see what happens. I don't want to go over that. So it's a very difficult moment for all of us. So let us wait until tomorrow. We see what happens and answer that. Okay, please.
How will it affect the outcome of the election?
That's where it's a battle of survival for us. This Barisan Nasional playing dirty is trying to use this to knock out the DAP even before the battle has started. Trying to knock out the DAP by denying us the use of our rocket symbol, so that the voters who are not familiar with the pass symbol will not vote for pass, because they say fine, no rocket, is it? How to vote? That's why it will be a battle of survival. We've got to tell the voters that they must vote the pass symbol of the moon, or else they may even put a lot of independent candidates to make the situation confused. Okay.
Just want to confirm. So essentially, if the thing still, let's say you submit it, it's accepted by the RO, everything is okay at the spot. Subsequently, they decide to find problems with you. They'll ask you to change a symbol or something, then you have to then.
Once accepted, that's it. Once the symbol is accepted, I think that's the end of the matter. Then the symbol is used on the ballot paper.
So,
There's no turning back on that.
so you mean once it's, that means on nomination day, if the officer on the spot says okay to that, then that's okay already lah. So then for the campaign you can use the rocket.
Of course, yes. That's it.
So if tomorrow, essentially, if tomorrow they don't make any problems tomorrow, I mean, you will know whether or not you can use the.
That's okay.
That means problems won't crop up during the campaign now.
That's not right. Once it's accepted, that's it.
Okay, so you go tomorrow.
Of course.
Use the rocket or use the computer. It's fair to say, okay.
It will be uniform. I think it will be uniform.
Of course, it'll be uniform. I think as far as the DAP candidates are concerned, it'll be across the board.
Because it now seems like down to the individual officer what he decides.
No, I think SPR and SPR were given a directive already. If they have different interpretations, that means something is wrong with SPR. You cannot have one elections, two system.
Your guess is that it will either be
No,
accepted or not accepted.
No, it's not a guess. It's definite for certain. For certain, is either rocket or the moon.
So uniformly either all rocket or all moon lah.
Either all rocket or all moon. Maybe you got to get the rocket to go to the moon.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
Does it mean you have to close down all the lines that you said?
Let's deal with it when we know the situation tomorrow. Okay, I don't think we have anything more to add. That's a decision that the top leadership has made. It is one final desperate attempt to retain the use of the rocket symbol by presenting two letters of authorization. One, the rocket, two, the moon.
Okay, I think that's it.
So, what will happen to the Jogja and Kota Aman in Kedah?
I think I sent out the letters of authorization. Sent already.
Okay.
We sent letters of authorization already.
And the candidates have been decided.
Yes. Yes, you are saying that one didn't want to stand, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we changed the candidate.
Okay. When was the date? Did they announce it?
I think probably announced that. So since he doesn't want, so no problem, we change the candidate. Huh? He, of course, he. Okay? Okay. All right, thank you very much.
All right.
Let's hope that we can
They would have
take the rocket tomorrow.
withdrawn the resident
Yeah, we do this.
If we take his two letters.
We say our preference is the rocket.
That's it. Don't present the second.
But you cannot give the, if you cannot,
It's only a
you
backup.
cannot, then you want this, you present two at the same time.
No, present only one.
If they say cannot, then we
Then
present.
present the second one.
If they say cannot, then present. We'll give you the guidelines.
Yeah, they will.
I'll start again.
Don't give both, I think.
Can you ask the press to do this for me? We are, of course, we will ask all our candidates to do this. That is what Karpal has advised. Our candidates, the 53 parliamentary candidates, 51 parliamentary candidates and 103 state candidates, 51 parliament, 103 state candidates in the country. 51, 103, they must first present the rocket letter of authorization signed by Secretary General in Guan. First letter. Then if the RO said no, we cannot accept this, then only you send in the second one. Okay, ini you tak mau terima, kita hantar ini. The second letter of authorization by past Secretary General Datuk Haji Mustafa Ali. Okay? So can you please put that in? That we ask all candidates, we'll be informing the candidates. Number one, we ask all candidates, when after the nomination is accepted, they ask you, apa ada simbol nak guna? Ada? Saya nak gunakan roket simbol. Ini langkah pertama. Saya nak gunakan roket simbol. Ini surat kuasa daripada Setiausaha Agung DAP Saudara Guan. Kalau dia cakap terima, jangan hantar surat kedua. Kalau dia cakap terima, jangan hantar surat kedua. Kalau dia cakap tak terima, baru kita keluarkan surat pas. Yo, ini roket tak mau terima, kita bagi bulan. Kalau roket tak mau terima, kita bagi bulan. Dan kita tunjukkan surat kuasa daripada Saudara Haji Mustafa Ali. Untuk gunakan bulan. Faham tak? Faham ah? OK， 我们要求我们所有的党员，我们要求所有的党员冷静，保持冷静，打不处理的问题。我们要求我们所有的候选人在提名接受
They'll accept the rocket.
接触后，当选举官问你要用什么标志，你要先拿民主行动党秘书长的委任信的委任状，授权给我们的候选人用火箭标志，由林冠英签署的信，说我要用火箭。如果他接受，就是了，不要再出第二封信。如果是他不接受，他说我们不能够接受的话，我们就拿第二封信出来，用回教党月亮的标志，由Datuk Haji Mustafa Ali签署的委任状，给我们行动党候选人用月亮的标志。我们将会发出这个指示给所有的候选人，好不好 ？Okay, I think we are running out of time. I signed by either one Aziza or Saifuddin Sujan. I did one Aziza. I don't have a sample. Sorry. Okay. I think that's all. Thank you very much.
Okay.